Alright, hope y'all are having a fantastic day. Now what I got here is my first super steel knife, and you guys are super lucky. Microphone died on the first video. I was over the top with praise for this knife. I will try to be a little less excited, but honestly this knife was so impressed me, and I almost didn't get it. So I was able to get some of my holiday gifts early, but I was debating between getting this or getting a Kaiser Mini Militaw. I had the big Militaw, which I love. I was going to get the Mini and some other EDC gear for the channel, but I decided since this thing was sitting at 112 bucks on Amazon for MagnaCut blade aluminum scales, I would be crazy to pass it up because I wanted to try the Super Steel eventually, and at 112 bucks for MagnaCut, you can't go wrong. So yeah, the handles are got a little bit of a blasted finish, so they're just tacky enough that you can get a good grip. The action, of course, is awesome, and I don't know, I would say I wear a large to extra large glove. I can get a full 4-finger grip, and I mean, I give it a really good hard squeeze, and there's really no hot spots. You feel the clip, but I wouldn't consider it a hot spot. Now the only thing that you'll get sometimes with crossbar locks, which I have mostly liner locks, but I got a few crossbar locks, is sometimes the blade will get stuck there. So you can't, it's not drop shutty per se, you just got to work it with the liner lock. That's about the only critique I've got, and that's common to all liner locks. Now, with this knife, using it, so basically I use it for my everyday life. I don't need the XL size. This works perfect. I do have a couple other larger knives, so I could use those if I need a larger knife, but this blade length is perfect for me. But what I basically use it for is opening boxes, cutting down stuff, and zip ties, or cutting some cord. You had to either like tie up some boxes at work or something. So for me, this is probably overkill for that, but so it's not a hard use knife, but it's had some use, and so but it's still with the sharpening it came with, and got a legit telephone book. You can see I can get just little curly cues on it, and that thing is super sharp. So yeah, if you're thinking about getting a Bel Air, you're thinking about getting something else. I saw a video today comparing this and the Buck Ranger Elite, which probably should be the smaller Buck with MagnaCut, but man, you can't go wrong for 112 bucks. I mean, this thing cuts great. It does pretty much everything I ask of it, and honestly, it might actually be a little hard to go back to, some of the lesser steels. I'm sure, once I get another knife in hand, I'll be like, oh, this is a great knife. But man, this thing, just using it, it's just different. That's about all I can say. I can't, unless you used it yourself. And maybe those that know, you get a steel like this, it just does everything better. So yeah, I do have a link to this. So I've got an Amazon associate link, so I'll have a link to this, and then just a bunch of other stuff that I use in all my kits or bags. And the prices, there's no increase in price to you, but if you do purchase with the links, it'll help out the channel. So yeah, if you could like, subscribe, comment, give me your thoughts. Tell me if I'm crazy for thinking this thing's like the most awesome knife in the world, or if I'm spot on. But to me, the bang for the buck, if you get the bang to the buck ratio, this thing is just a monster win, sitting at 112 bucks. I don't know what it is currently, but I got it at 112. buddy of mine from work got one off of eBay that looks similar, probably used, but was in very good condition for a little bit cheaper. But yeah, you can't go wrong. $112 for an American-made Magna Cut aluminum handles knife. Take care.